Does this bring me closer to God or not? And the answer is going to be a very clear yes or no for a lot of these things. I remember when the Epstein files came out, and don't get me wrong, I was already aware of all of this stuff many years before from Darryl Cooper, but seeing that pop up on my feed and the stories and people talking about it and whatever, it almost puts like a spiritual malaise on you. And that is because I'm now hyper exposed, and it was the same with the war between Iran and Israel. You know, I'm not going to get into my views on that, but seeing this conflict and the bloody fuel prices going up and people are in outrage, and the Epstein files were just before. I'm here at home on the farm with a beautiful wife and work ahead of me and money coming in, and you know, living the dream, really, living my purpose. And now I'm in like a bad mood or a bad spiritual state because there's all of this crap that's being fed to me by the phone. And I'm not saying to be completely ignorant, but there's something to be said. Why did I put all that stuff in my head? Or why did I allow all of that stuff to be fed into my head when it's literally detracting from my life? And you have to just get to the point where it's like, well, I either have to cut this off or severely adjust it so it's not feeding me all of these negative inputs. So is the content that you're consuming and the amount of content that you're consuming, look at your screen time. It's measured there right for you to tell you how much of a retard you are for spending all that time on your phone. Is that influencing your life for the better? Or is it preventing you from building a deep interior life? Is it frying your ability to focus and pray? Is it meaning that you're distracted when you study and you're not actually fulfilling that vocation and area of your life? Like, I think most of you, if you ask yourself the question, I mean, unless you watch my videos, this is the obvious exception, but all the crap that you're watching, is that making you better or worse? Is that bringing you closer to God or further away from Him? And you have to understand that you don't just get to turn off the phone and then enter this perfect, peaceful, focused state of mind. It's like vice and virtue. The more that you're addicted to doom scrolling and you click all the buttons and rat reward, rat, button reward, button reward, button reward, the more that your brain is trained to operate in that 10 to 15 second reward window. And it's going to make it a lot harder for you to persevere in behaviors that are genuinely meaningful. Anything that is meaningful requires a lot longer time commitment, whether that be relationships, physical training, prayer. That all requires you to extend the time frame on which you're operating on. And all that the phone does is seek to reduce that. So, it's not like you just turn off the phone and you get to an instant state of a clear mind. That's why you have to put these habits in. That's why you have to tie yourself to the mast in order to preserve and build that peace of mind. The more that you're able to get control of the phone and limit its impact and presence in your life, the easier that you're going to find it to live with intention in other areas of your life and cultivate a life of prayer. As I said, you can't just be scrolling for 7 hours and then expect to have a great 30 to 60 minutes of clarity and goal setting. The definition of a meaningful life is that everything you do matters. Every single action, every single minute. So use that criteria when you're going through and auditing your phone use. Is this bringing me closer to God or further away?